a couple of days before the Vegas situation, they went out to New York for the MTV Awards. Snoop got on the radio and stated that he didn't really have a big problem with Puffy and Biggie and that he would work with them, which angered Tupac. Can you tell me how the story was told to you as far as what went down in New York and then, that week? Or I guess it was just a few days between New York and Vegas where apparently Snoop and Tupac did not talk.
Yeah. I mean, when that happened, I was already. One thing about for me and Daz, if I'm mad at Daz and me and Daz are going through it, his homeboys are rolling with him and they mad at me too. So I was so used to that. So me and Daz were already going through our personal things. We were young and crazy, so we were going through it. So I remember I'm already mad at them. We're not talking, so my vendetta is already there. But yeah, Snoop goes on the radio and basically says, I'm cool with Biggie, and that infuriated uh, Pac. Like, we all brothers. Like, we pledged to be brothers. You supposed to be rolling with me because Pac had been through hell with them, prior to whatever happened in New York, and that kind of hit him in the gut hard. That you went on the radio and, basically said how Pac felt. You friends with my enemy, and you don't have no problem with him. Nah, if I'm rolling with you, your enemy is my enemy. Period. We family here. My homegirl, if she tells me she got an enemy, well, that's my enemy too. And Pac was hurt. He was more hurt than anything because he didn't expect that, and it was so publicly known at that point. It hurt. So, going down to Vegas, it was like the dog pound were over there in their time and we were all over here, and Pac was my friend. Pac supported me. He knew when I was going through stuff, and he would always tell me, "Pick your head up, sister. Call me queen. You're gonna be okay. You deserve to be treated this way." He was always a good friend, and always gave me, that support that I needed. Because I'm a young person. I'm going through hell in a relationship of something. I didn't know how to navigate a relationship with a man who had millions, and we started off with nothing. And now there's a lot, and there's women, and there's this. Everything's coming at you. So everything that was coming at Daz was coming at me, but I was getting hit with it harder. And I felt like Tupac always encouraged me. And that particular night when he died, he was on the side of my car encouraging me again, and we were laughing, but encouraging me. So I had his back 120%, hands down.
Okay. And wasn't there a situation where Daz tried to accuse you of hooking up with Tupac at one point?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, Tupac. I think he was gone, dead already. And me and Tupac were friends. Like, we were good friends. And after he died, um, Dad had said that one of his little cousins, I think it was a 9-year-old cousin, a 10-year-old cousin, seen me and Tupac in Vegas together in a room or something. I'm like, I sat up there kind of stoic, like, a 9 or 10-year-old told you this? What was a 9 or 10-year-old doing in Vegas? It was kind of like crazy. And God, he stole my car. He really accused me of sleeping with Pac. I wasn't going to deny it. I mean, that's a good rumor, you guys. I mean, even though if it's not true, fuck that. Tupac, that's a great rumor, but it wasn't true. But God damn it, I wish it was. But no, Tupac and I never had anything going on. We were close, but Daz was mad serious. He's like, "I'm taking your car. You slept with Pac," and I'm like, "Well, how about this? Pac is not here to defend himself. So when you get to heaven, why don't you ask him? Because he's not here anymore." And, that rumor kind of died down because it did not make no sense that a 9 or 10-year-old cousin of his had told him something like this. I'm like, huh? But I love that rumor, actually. It just never got any fire or steam. What happened to it? It died down. It died down and then it went to Suge. I'm like, wait a minute. How did I go from Pac, and then that did it, and then Suge now is the guy. I'm like, can we just stick to Pac now? Why are we putting me on Suge? I want to stick to Pac.